Good evening, everyone. This is Wayne, and this is the video version of the trade report for Wednesday, March 28th, 2018. Well, the NASDAQ went to the downside today as the President of the United States decided to take to Twitter. And the rest of the market growled a bit, but its bark was far worse than its bite. Stay tuned to find out more. Greetings, everyone. Thank you once again for spending part of your day with me as I go over the events and actions in the financial markets. First thing I'd like to point out is the fact that we did have a little bit of a drift to the upside in the extended session, but we are starting to sell right now, well, with a sell signal. Now we have stayed within value, which is this green line and this red line. That's the value area. So price is staying within in value, which is good. It's normal, but we'll see if it stays in value. Uh, Bottom line is today's session. This isn't going to be a very long video today. Today's session was a chop fest. We went up and down and up and down and back and forth, and it just really didn't present any opportunities to trade. We had a real big flush down in Amazon. Let me pull up that chart of Amazon, and that was due to President Trump tweeting. I didn't even read the tweet. I just heard about it, but that's all I needed to do was hear about it. But basically, Amazon lost at its lowest. It was down over $100 today. And that took a lot of the stocks in the tech sector in the NASDAQ down with it. Now, ironically, Facebook actually closed in the green today. It was up 81 cents. So, I mean, just a very strange trading environment this week. So Amazon recovered from its 100-point drop and closed about 40 to 50 points off of its low. I did buy some Amazon today on that drop. I mean, you have to buy Amazon when it drops. So that was about the only thing I did. But then right at the very close, I did buy some DIA calls. The DIA is otherwise known as the diamonds, which is the Dow ETF. So I bought some calls in that today. The Dow acted really well today in today's session. So as far as tomorrow is concerned, I am looking for some upside price action tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last trading day of the week before a 3-day weekend. And historically, traditionally, that is an up day in the market. Tomorrow also designates the end of the quarter, the end of the month, and for all intents and purposes, the beginning of earnings season, which begins next week. We're done with the first quarter of 2018, folks. Wow, that went fast. So we've had a lot of incredible action this year in the financial markets already. January was nothing but up, and then February, a historical low in the Dow, not a historical low, excuse me, a historical 1-day point move to the downside in the Dow. And since then, the markets have just been fraught with incredible swings up and down, and the market volatility has been elevated, and we're in a very new normal now as far as trading is concerned, as far as the broader market is concerned. And it would behoove you, if you are an active trader or someone who is at the very least a market participant in one way, shape, or form, to establish an understanding and a connection to the market that provides you with a sense of understanding and direction and dynamics that are associated with this market. This is not going to be in any way, shape, or form like 2017, where we just kind of went to the upside with very low volatility. So today's sideways chop on the heels of yesterday's drop and Monday's pop after Thursday and Friday's double drop gives us a little bit of cause to pause, look at where we're at, and make some decisions about how we want to be involved in the market and if we want to be involved in the market. Now, again, my thesis for tomorrow is that we go higher. We are trading lower right now in the extended session. The S&P futures are down 3.5 points, not a lot. The Dow futures are down about 38 points. That's starting to pick it up a little bit here. And the NASDAQ futures are down about 5.25 points. And the Russell futures are down a little over a point. So this is not a dramatic drop, but movement in the market is more the rule than the exception these days. So as the markets move, we look for those moves to become extended and in some cases even become exaggerated. So as always, I'll be watching the extended session. We'll see if this develops into anything. We'll see. I don't know. You know, this is a market that has, as I mentioned yesterday, a lot of tricks up its sleeve. So we'll just kind of sit here and watch it as it moves, and it does look like it wants to go lower. Whether or not it ultimately does, I don't know. But bottom line is today, back and forth chop. Tomorrow, last day of the trading month, last day of the trading quarter, and last trading day of a shortened trading week before a 3-day weekend. So based on that, I am looking for some upside in tomorrow's US regular session. Um, I'm not necessarily looking at anything in particular that I want to get into. I'm already in the positions I want to be in. I'm in Boeing. I'm in the DIA, as I mentioned. I'm in Amazon. I'm in Microsoft, and I have a couple of hedge positions, as always. So I'm positioned the way I want. I will benefit most if this market goes to the upside, but I'm protected to the downside if it does decide to do that. But here we are, and that was today's trade. So with that, I wish you to trade safe, to trade what you see, and good night and good trading.